I didn't have a specific goal in mind when I started my career. And so I think it's more about finding your true self, being confident in your own value and your own self-worth, and just following that direction that takes you in. From a very young age, I've moved around a lot. I grew up in a military family, and we moved every 2-3 years, and so it became part of who I am. So in my professional life, I've always sought international experiences. I've always prided myself in being a fairly adaptable person and seeking experiences where I push myself out of my comfort zone. I found were great opportunities for me to really grow and evolve. Probably the first time I really pushed myself outside of my comfort zone, my husband and I decided to leave Canada and to deliberately seek an international assignment. I felt it was a good move for me professionally, and so for me, this was really a defining moment. When I took on this international assignment, it was about 20 years ago, which was still fairly unusual to see a man put his career on hold to support his wife's career moving to another country. And now I'd like to think it's a little bit more common.
So when you reflect back about what you've learned during your career and at INSEAD, do you have defining moments?
For me, one of the key pivotal moments in my career was when I learned to speak up and understand what my value is. Too often, women wait for their contributions to be noticed. And I think it's really important for women to be more assertive, more confident about the value that they bring to an organization.
So how do you stay true to yourself and your values?
The best way to stay true to myself is the proverbial ability to look at yourself in the mirror. Am I able to sleep at night, without a strong sense of discomfort or guilt? In my role as a senior HR leader, I make decisions that ultimately I hope are in the best interest, not only of the business, but also of the employee. I've had the pleasure of mentoring some women at different stages of their career. The most helpful advice I've given other women is make your intention known. It's important, if you've got a career goal, to let it be known what your career goal is.
What do you see are challenges that women are facing today versus the ones that you were facing maybe at the start of your career?
Women of my generation, when we were starting out, I think there was too much of an effort to try and fit in, to try and behave the way that other people behave, which in most cases were men. Nowadays, I think young women have a much healthier sense, one of who they are, and also of maintaining a better balance in terms of their mental health. There's an infinite runway ahead of you, and you shouldn't let other people limit your horizon. If you can conceive of it, if you can imagine it, then you can achieve it.